Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the latest prominent Briton to protest the way mass immigration has changed his country. Now, this billionaire is a co-owner of Manchester United and is under fire for saying this.
You can't have an economy with 9 million people on benefits and huge levels of immigrants coming in. I mean, the UK is being colonised. It's costing too much money. It will cause...
It's been colonised.
It'll cause... Well, yeah. The UK is being colonised by immigrants, really, isn't it?
In fact, Jim Ratcliffe is wrong. There aren't 9 million Britons in benefits. Are you crazy? There are 10 million. But he's had to apologise for saying immigrants have colonised Britain, and the Football Association is investigating whether he's brought the game into disrepute. Joining me from London is Talk TV host and Bolt Report regular, Samara Gill. Samara, great to see you again. What has the reaction been to Sir Jim's comments? The establishment is coming down on him like a ton of bricks, is partially apologised. Where are the public?
The public, great to be here, by the way, Andrew. The public they're very divided on this. It's really caused a ruckus over here in the United Kingdom because I think obviously the word colonialisation is very sort of it's contentious over here, unfortunately, just because of Britain's history. And I think as well, when you get such public figures like Jim Ratcliffe, who, you know, is highly influential over in the United Kingdom, seen as a mainstream person. I mean, I was very quick to point out he actually backed Labour in the 2024 election over here. So, you know, when he comes out and says that he thinks the UK has been colonised, it's quite serious. Now, I mean, let's just look into the definition quickly of that. It's the process by which a group of individuals settle into a new territory and establish control over it. So when we kind of look at that, we can see when we've got these pro-Gaza MPs, like people like Iqbal Muhammad, who are advocating for first cousin marriage in the United K, also people that run on a purely pro-Gaza ticket, that, you know, there are certain factions of society that haven't integrated and that have siloed themselves off. And that's just a product of mass immigration. I think immigration in general is a positive thing for countries like the United Kingdom if they treat themselves like a golden ticket country whereby which they take the best and the brightest. But what Jim didn't even say in that little speech over there is that we've actually got 1 million foreign nationals on benefits in the United Kingdom as well. So I really think this unfettered migration is what's A, causing massive issues with community cohesion, but B, creating this underlying tension that has given to both a extreme left-wing political movement and a new brand of conservatism.
Well, honestly, when you look at colonialism as, you know, in the sort of ancient Greek sort of meaning, where they'd be settling, you know, founding a colony, a little town in some foreign country, that is happening to Britain. You to go down London's Edgware Road, I mean, you would swear you were in downtown Beirut. You go to parts of Birmingham, you go to parts of Manchester and Rotherham, and do I need to go on? I mean, it does increasingly look, as do some parts of Australia, like ethnic conclaves being set up in a foreign country. I mean, what do you... Isn't he correct in that?
I mean, totally. If you had 1 million British people go into Bangladesh, into one certain area, of course, then that area would probably start looking a little bit like England, and they would start, you know, English people would start putting their sort of architecture and everything around it. So it really does go both ways in terms of how you can view this. And yes, there are no-go zones now in the United Kingdom. There are places that are not recognisable, but that's because of a failure, in my opinion, by government policy, allowing just thousands upon hundreds of thousands of people in. I mean, we had in 2023 1.4 million immigrants come into the United Kingdom. And of course, I'm one myself, so I can't talk about this purely as a British person. But unfortunately for me, you know, I have very strict visa restrictions. And unfortunately, when he talks about the benefits bill of some of these immigrants that are coming into the country, it's because they're the ones actually having kids, while the Europeans are kind of abstaining from that. So there is a multitude of issues that go down the line as to why this is happening. And in my opinion, it is government failure that is at the root cause of it.